Hey everyone, it's Tyler Strike at Universal Rackets, and today we are going over what to do when you cannot hit a serve. I do not just mean hitting the serve lighter, having our opponent return it really hard. I'm talking about no matter what I look at on YouTube, no matter what my coach tells me, no matter what my friends tell me, I cannot just hit a serve. If you can't hit a serve no matter what, then this video is for you. I'm going to save you right now. You guys ready? So the first thing that you're going to do is when players have trouble hitting their serve, they're basically in fight or flight. When players miss their serves, they start going like this when they start missing their serves, and they take no time. They start picking up speed, and then it's just basically a downward spiral. If you ever start missing your serves, I want you to slow it down. A serve that is in 80% of the time, that's 40 miles per hour, is way more effective than a serve that is 100 miles per hour, that's only in 20% of the time. So instead of going really fast, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the basics and you're going to think three things. Number one is drop, number two is lift, and number three is hit. Once again, so I'm gonna start out front, and all I'm going to say is drop, lift, hit. Drop, lift, hit. I want you to say that out loud that your opponents can hear you from the other side. Say it with me, drop, lift, hit. By saying it out loud, it's going to allow your muscle memory to register it, and then again, you will be able to get more synchronized. If you still cannot serve and you slow your rhythm down, the next thing that you're going to do is instead of starting here, all you're going to do is you're going to start with your racket up. This is what we call an abbreviated serving motion. So once again, if I'm missing my serves like this, instead of starting here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my racket up here. I'm going to stop the drop phase now, and all I'm going to do is toss and tap. By tossing and tapping with my racket up here, it's going to make it way easier for me to get the serve in rather than just starting with my racket down. So that's what you also can do as well. If you still struggle with that, what you're going to do is you're going to say toss and tap. The way that I teach all my players to learn the serve, when they start, they're going to start with their racket up here. It's facing over my head. Notice it's not facing back here, over my head. And all I'm saying again is toss and tap. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. This is how I want you to learn or get back to your serve. Don't be going like this. Keep it simple. The less moving parts, the better it's going to be. So start with your racket up here, toss and tap 1 and 2, and you will be able to get that serve rhythm. Now, if you still can't get your serve with that abbreviated serve motion with continental grip, what I'm going to do with you so you can learn your contact point and your timing, you're going to hold your racket in a pancake grip. Yes, I said a pancake grip. What I mean, if I'm serving and no matter what I can do, I still just can't get that rhythm, it doesn't feel right. Instead of holding my racket like this, I'm going to go into a pancake grip. You're going to hold your racket out in front, and all you're going to do again is say toss and tap, toss and tap. Once you get this down, maybe 20, 30 times, then we can transform into a continental grip. And then once I have this continental grip, then I can go back to tossing and tapping and really feeling that pronation. Now, if I still can't serve, no matter what I do, that's fine. There's going to be players that have trouble. They can't get their toss and their contact at the same time. They just can't get the timing down. We're going to go on a field trip and go all the way up to the baseline. So we're taking it all the way up to the baseline right now. Here we are. And what I'm going to do, if I still can't serve, no matter what I do, I'm going to now start at the net, okay? Now, every single time that I make the serve, I'm going to take a step back. So I'm going to be on the ad side right now. We're aiming for the right box. And all I'm going to do is what? Toss, tap. Okay, I made it. Really? You have to do it? Yes, because it's going to synchronize your serve. Now I'm going to take a step back. Toss, tap. And I'm going to take a step back. Toss, tap. And I'm going to go all the way back to the baseline. This is going to make me way more comfortable. If I can get the serve up here and then I take a step back, it's going to be gradually less difficult than going from night to day, right? Or day to night. So I want to make sure I really start at a certain spot and then again, just take 1 or 2 balls back. I am telling you guys, this works. This is how I'm the serve doctor. People come to me for my serves and they're like, Tyler, more older people are like, I've taken 40 years of lessons. I still can't have a good serve, or I still can't even hit a serve no matter what people tell me. And I go, okay, like I don't want to hype myself up too much because I always have a little bit of fear that I'm not going to be able to help, so I don't want to talk too big of a game, but I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay. You've worked with all these coaches. I'm going to teach you to serve now. We're going to be fine. And they're like, so bad, like can't even touch the ball, everything like that. And I say, okay, let's go up to the net. Now, there's going to be some people that just cannot get that timing down. So then what are we going to do? We're going to stand up here until what? Until we make it, okay? All I'm going to do, if I was teaching you right now and you still can't serve, all I'm going to do is this. 1, 2, toss, tap. Notice the next thing I completely forgot about, if you still struggle with serving, the more you have your hand down on the racket, the more leverage you have. So if you struggle with serving, don't put your hand low, put your hand high on the racket. This is going to make it easier. And literally, toss, high five the ball. Toss, high five the ball, okay? So again, I'm going to stand at the net and all I'm doing is tossing and high-fiving, tossing and high-fiving it. I'm just moving back. The more I move back, starting with the grip on top, and then I lower it, I start tossing and tapping. I'm going to keep on going back again to then I'm eventually, look, if I miss it, I'm going to stay here, right? So I'm going to toss and tap, and then I'm going to go all the way back to the baseline. And then once you get that, you're back at the baseline. You feel amazing now because you are getting those serves in, guys. Now we are going to probably get it 10, 20, 30 times in a row. Once we get that, then what are we going to do? We're going to start adding the motion. So instead of just saying toss and tap, instead of just making it abbreviated, now we're going to have leverage and momentum. Because if I start with my racket up here, I'm not really going to be able to get any momentum with my serve. I really need that drop so I can get that momentum. So I'm going to start with the racket down here instead of up here, so racket down here, and I'm going to just toss and tap. So instead of toss, tap, it is toss and tap. Instead of 1, 2, it is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. If you can say 1 and 2 out loud, then that is going to help you with that more full motion serve. Now, again, this video is for people who can't serve, no matter what their coach tells them, no matter how many YouTube videos they see. If you want tons of tips that actually will improve your serve instantly, again, test these tips if you can't serve and make me prove myself to you, and then click the link in the description and purchase my Instantly Improve My Serve ebook with every single one of my serve tips. Again, if you can't serve, what are you going to do? You're going to slow it down, number 1. You're going to abbreviate it, number 2. Number 3, you're going to switch to a pancake grip and just get that synchronization. You're going to say it out loud, a drop, lift, hit, or toss and tap, 1 and 2. Then, if you still can't serve, you're going to go all the way up to the net, and then every single one you make it, you're going to take a step back. And then if you still can't serve, you're going to grip your racket up top here and just toss and tap it until you get it. And then you're going to basically, instead of going like I just said, you're going to start with going like this on top, and then you're going to lower it, and then you're going to go through the steps. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you guys like this video, if this video helped me, please let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe to me. It is the #1 way to support my channel. Share with your friends so I can keep on making more videos for you guys to save you guys less time trying to learn tennis. Have a good one, guys. Happy hitting, and I'll see you next time on court.